Obviously great. Sitting here, coming back off that road trip with a win. We're sitting here at 5-4 right now, with an opportunity to accomplish one of our preseason goals and a chance to play home here. Senior day, and real important day here for us. Summary of last week. On offense, we had 550 yards, as you know, 5 touchdowns, 2 field goals. We had 35 carries for 320 yards, which is 9.1 yard per carry, and we passed for 230 with a 68% completion rate. We were 6 of 14 on third down at 43%. We had 0 sacks, 1 penalty, which was an intentional grounding call. So that was good. Andre broke the BC single game rushing record with 295. Alex broke the all-time receiving yardage record. So a couple of things happened in the course of that game which were really positive. Kind of interesting sidelight offensively. It's interesting where we rank right now, total offense. People nowadays seem to be so wired into statistics. What I'm wired into is the plan to win. I think far and away, I noticed in the last couple of years, statistics become something that people grab onto, but the plan to win is play great defense, run the football, score in the red zone, don't turn the ball over, and be able to run it. And we try to work together as a football program here. The offense complement the defense complement the offense, the special teams control the field position. I thought in that game we ran the ball well. I thought our special teams were a huge factor in the game. We played that field position game well. We did a great job of takeaways. We had some critical takeaways on defense. So some positive things happened there. But along those lines, what's kind of interesting to me, I'll share with you is, we sit here at total offense right now at 103rd at 357 yards per carry. Yet we've played FSU, Clemson, Virginia Tech, USC. All were top 10 or top 5 defenses. Secondly, 40 more yards a game for us would move us 40 spots. 40 yards would move us 40 spots. That's how tight these things are. But our plan to win is to control the ball. We only average 60 plays a game. We're not trying to run 80 plays a game because we want to complement our defense. Yet, if we just had 68 plays in a game, with our average per play, we'd have 8 more plays that would move us 40 spots. You understand? But that's that whole statistical game. But my point in that whole thing is, what's important to us is not the statistical game, it's the plan to win game. And that's just a little example sometimes how sometimes these things get a little turned around. On defense, we had 4 3-and-outs, 6 tackles for a loss, 2 sudden change opportunities, 2 3-and-outs. Fourth quarter interception led to a touchdown. We finished the game on the last 3 series with 3 stops and found a way to win on the road. We were a little banged up in that game. Obviously, we traveled without 2 of our starting defensive linemen, and we got a little fatigued in that game, a little bit hotter weather, a little bit of altitude, and there's no question we got a little gassed in that game, but it was a byproduct of some injuries there. I felt defensively we're still a team that we give up chunks, but we make plays, and we're trying to smooth that out a little bit. Sylvia had left the game. We're down 2 defensive linemen, not counting Mehdi, so those things started playing a little bit for us in there. But I love the way our team strained. I just felt that on defense, at the very end, we strained to sack the quarterback. On offense, we were straining to run the football. And on special teams, evidence of a kickoff return. And then, of course, when we got that penalty, which kicked us back on the kickoff, we were able to squib the ball and still pin the return inside the 15-yard line. It was a huge deal for us. So I thought we strained at all 3 phases. So I really like, where we are at this point. I think we're wired to win as a team, I guess is my long-winded explanation of that. I think we're progressing in a lot of areas. And that's good to see. This time of year we're playing game 10. We're a little banged up, and so is everybody. And with us, with our lack of depth, that's a factor. We're playing North Carolina State, obviously a team it's really got a lot of talent on it. Tom O'Brien did a great job recruiting there, and there's talent on that football team. Now that's a talented football team. Make no mistake. Don't be misled by any record you see there. If you watch the tape, you'll see it. And so I'm really impressed with the players that they have there. On defense, They got some really good players. Start with up front. I think they're really strong front. Front seven is a really strong operation. They got a couple of guys up front, Art Norman and Thomas Teal. They've got about 5.5 sacks amongst them. Their tackle leaders are Caldwell, number 48. Their Mike is a big, strong guy, and Dante Johnson, their free safety with 59 tackles, and they've got about 5 interceptions with Dante Johnson, the free safety, and 3 other players with some interceptions. So, they're ranked 52nd in total defense, 55th in rushing, 56th in passing. They're ranked 26th in turnovers. I think they're really powerful. I think they're really strong up front. They're probably one of the better front sevens that we played some good ones though, but they're up there with those good ones in terms of big, strong guys that are very, very active. On offense, they average 182 rushing yards per game, 228 passing, 410 total yards. Quarterback situation, Brandon Mitchell was banged up. He's back. He's their senior. He's 37 for 76 for almost 500 yards, 1 touchdown, and carried the ball for 51 times for 172. The running backs, Thornton and Days, a sophomore and a freshman, they've got a combined 8 touchdowns, and they've rushed for combined close to 800 yards. And I think their receivers are really good with Peyton, Valdez, and Smith. So they've got talent on both sides of the ball. In the special teams game, their kickoff has got 27 touchbacks. Pronounce his name right, Sadie, I think it is. Okay, they got a good field goal kicker. He's kicked a 48er, and he's got 27 touchbacks. Their kick returners averaging almost 19 yards per return. I kind of went on and on here, but really that's what's on the film, and that's all real. So we're playing a really good football team here. A team that's hungry to win, and we'll have our hands full here. We've got to make sure that we're healthy and that our team is fresh. We're working real hard to get that done after coming off a long road trip, and keep our physicality, but have a fresh football team to battle at home here. So, any questions?
Just